Good evening, class. I'm Professor Hatter, and over there is Miguel. Miguel, can you say hi?
Hi.
Alright, Miguel is there. So, I know Major League Hats before was like, oh, you're just talking to yourself, because Matt was in here one time when I was doing a video during the hockey game, and Matt is so quiet. He was like, oh, you're just talking to yourself. And I'm like, no, Matt's here, so, Miguel doesn't have to be on camera, but he made a sound. So we're just having dinner and chilling out and watching Ecuador make an epic comeback against Uruguay. They're down 3-0 in the 66th minute now in the second half. So, good evening to everyone. Happy Father's Day to everyone, all the fathers out there. I'm wearing the Father's Day cap, and crazy weekend. I'm getting ready to go to Paris and London for vacation. Miguel is going to be my stowaway, so that'll be fun. And I'm kidding. And still trying to pack and figure out which hats I'm going to bring bring on the trip. So I'm pretty for sure I'm going to try to bring one of like my Cubs hats with. I might bring this one with because it's pretty comfortable. And right now they're playing. So I'm gonna go with like a navy hat, the plain navy one. You guys can talk if you want. You guys don't have to be that quiet. I'm only up to 70 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I'm not that famous.
Yeah, the topics you're talking about I could care less about.
Oh yeah. They're very boring.
Very.
Very.
Because I could care less.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since Matt's got tickets for him and Dad, and he didn't even think about me. So anything baseball related, I'm like, nah.
Thanks for the input, Meg. Meg's fun. She's nice. It's every day is a little bit different, but very fun around here. Anyways, so Cubs had a nice comeback win. Darvish had a pretty decent game last night, which was kind of surprising, and considering it was his first time back at Dodger Stadium since losing Game 7 of the 2017 World Series. I don't know. I mean, the Dodgers have been in so many World Series, you kind of lose track of when they lose. So wanted to get a few things out of the way first. This is my closest hat to like a flag hat with the American flag. It was Flag Day this past Friday, so happy Flag Day. Excuse me. And it was a weird coincidence that the president's birthday is on Flag Day, so happy birthday to the president. He's really old, so I have a presidential hat, so I just wanted to throw that out there too. Happy birthday to the president and all that jazz. And also a sad passing of Pat Bowlen, the owner of the Denver Broncos since 1984, I think it was, and I think he was like in his 40s when he first started owning the Broncos. So really sad for him to pass. Moment of silence. So sad to see him go. He helped bring the Broncos, and I think in his time they've had as many Super Bowl appearances as they've had losing seasons, which is really crazy. So pretty good legacy for that man. Otherwise, getting ready for Paris, yada yada. Sandy will maybe come along with, I don't know. And no, don't worry about it. Everyone, no, go ahead. You can eat. I'm not that YouTube famous, so Sandy's in the background over here, so everyone's coming in. See, this is why usually it's better when I close later in the day, where I have like my 8 o'clock lunch, so I got the whole room to myself. Not that, the coworkers are bad, it's just, they feel awkward. It's like, do I interrupt? It's like, that's fine. So, just doing it for the one spin, So for Father's Day, I'm gonna find the link in the description. Find the link somewhere. I know I have it around the my email floating around, but I especially wanted to. So I made a big deal a few weeks ago about making sure I have my curved brim, my low profile 5950 New Era Father's Day hat. I wanted, the low profile because it's like it looks like a dad hat kind of, with the curved bill, and I wanted to be very picky about it because I wanted it to be right. So with like Mother's Day, they have breast cancer awareness for those hats, and all the proceeds, or part of the proceeds, goes to breast cancer awareness. Same thing with the Armed Forces Day hats, and I think 4th of July Day hats. Part of the proceeds go to current military members, families, and veterans, and etc. Also, I've been having a really dry throat, so excuse me. That's why it's really. So I'm coughing a lot. And with Father's Day, the blue is for prostate cancer awareness. And I wanted to get it specifically, and I've been trying to make like a video, more officially, but I just didn't really have the time to, put it into the right words and, edit it out properly. But my grandpa is back in March. He turned 94, and a week later he went to the doctor. Then his prostate cancer had returned, and might be his last Father's Day. So I have a fundraiser I'm doing for Grandpa Natal. So hopefully, if you can, spread the word or don't make a donation, that'd be great. They say it runs in the family, but I can't really believe that, because if he's the first one, he was born like the 1920s, and I don't think people knew back in the 1920s what cancer even was. So I can't really believe that it all runs in the family. But it is problematic with men. So what was it? He's 94, but by military standards, he's 95, because just like many other young men and women in the 1940s and 30s lied about their age to enlist in the military. He served as a Navy fighter pilot in World War II, and he saw more training time than combat time. He went late into the war, but hats off to every military member that has served. So. He's been a very inventive guy. He has his own, I think he owns 2 or 3 patents. So how many grandpas can you say has their own patent? That's pretty cool. That's pretty simple stuff, like a back scrubber for a shower thing, and something for like on cruise, to let people know, hey, I'm driving slow in the right lane, so it's okay to pass me, instead of just yelling and assuming the other part. Anyways, but yeah, pretty inventive guy, very funny, got the good grandpa jokes. We call them grandpa jokes instead of dad jokes. So that's where my great sense of humor comes from, all that great stuff. That's what makes everyone laugh around here. So Sandy, now you know where all my humor I get it from. Get it from Grandpa. And he's the youngest in his family, so I think he's the last one. I think he's the last one in his family. So, if you can, make a contribution, or share the word out. I know everyone does their own like cancer or some sort of fundraiser for someone who's been afflicted by a serious, disease or tragedy, something like that. So I'm just doing my own. So if you can, I think the best you can do is, just spread the word out. We really appreciate it. And, yeah. So hopefully we can still see him when we come back from vacation. And it'll be my dad's birthday while we're out in Paris. So, I could wish my dad a happy Father's Day, but he's a Brewer fan. So I don't know if I can really do that. I can say happy Father's Day. But still, great guy, all that jazz. Nicknamed the Tank in our family. So yeah, pretty light day. Hopefully, I have one pickup at latest tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be my big day to run all my errands to get ready for vacation. I have a USA soccer team hat to pick up as a 59.50, so that'll be fun. I'm gonna bring that on the vacation. I know I shouldn't, be like, oh, I'm American on, in Europe, but since it's the World Cup in Paris and France, I think it's okay to do that. It'll be a fun trip. So I'm going to release a few more videos before I go and while I'm gone. There's a summertime hat video coming up. That'll be in like 3 parts. That'll be really fun to see. And a few more videos that you'll be interested in seeing. So, thanks for watching. It's kind of jumbled mess that I've been making. And I'd like to thank Miguel for appearing voice audioly on camera, Meg on camera as well, and Sandy as well. So thank you to our guests today, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Is that on camera?